Hello, this is Candace. They said they're going to send the voucher, so I have a place to stay. Okay. Yes, hold on. Yeah, she said she's sending the voucher. Okay, thank you for your patience. I just called your husband. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, so thankfully I got, blessed to have this room another night. It is cold. It's a code blue in New Jersey. And yeah, see what I mean? Like, my door is locked. She told me to wait on the phone to call back because we have a code blue. And then, she starts twisting the knob and everything. You see, boundaries. Some people don't respect boundaries. What if, I'm in here, just got out of the shower or something? Anyway, some people just don't respect your boundaries, but they're nice people here overall, I suppose. Most businesses are only nice when you're spending money. So anyway, I'm grateful and thankful. So I was able to obtain another night at this motel and get off the streets because New Jersey is in a code blue, at least, my particular county. So yeah, at least I have somewhere warm to stay and what have you, and I know someone has been, asking about reaching out to me and stuff like that. I mean, I put my email, in the comment section. So, but it is cold, and, I'm just grateful that, the resources are available, when they are available. But, looking for housing and affordable housing and all that stuff, yeah, it's hard. It's not easy. It's really not. People think it's easy, and now it's freezing cold, and people are commenting on the channel like, oh, you shouldn't have a coffee, no job, no coffee. It's like, these, they it's like they get something out of your suffering, or they want you to freeze to death, or, it's weird. It's just weird stuff. But anyhow, yeah, so I'm well, and I'm in the room, and I was able to get a voucher and keep your business. But it's um and people commenting, oh, it looks like that coffee shop um has you can work there. And listen, let me tell you something. Let's be real. I mean, are we living in the same world, in the same country? Most people hire their own. So, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately, right? They're Colombiano, they're Colombians, and they're going to hire their own. Okay, that's been part of the issue about people with jobs. They're hiring their own people. They're not hiring, Americans. Okay, so, and it's just not easy. It's just not easy. And at the Dunkin' Donuts, it's the same thing. It's not like they're offering jobs. They see you, they're not saying, hey, we have a job. Would you like to clean the bathroom, or would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? And, so yeah, it's hard. There's so many judgments that people don't even know, what they're talking about. And then, like I said, on a day like today where it's literally freezing, yeah, I guess you're expected to walk around and look for a job. But I make phone calls. So, yeah, I make phone calls, and I do get an income. So I'm just looking for some resources for housing. That's pretty much really all I need is housing. And, once I'm off the street and I'm housed, I'm allowed to work so many hours. hmm You know, yeah. And that's pretty much where I'm at today, family. So I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blessed to have a warm place and, and just keep pressing forward. I mean, I do the preaching work. I wake people up to what's going on, the digital identity. The digital ID is coming, a cashless society. So you're not going to fit in with society anyway. If you're not participating in that universal basic income and everything, this society isn't going to be for you anyway. It's just not going to be for anybody who doesn't want to participate in that. So yeah. But anyway, so I'm just gonna try to rest because that's a large part of being, homeless is you do a lot of walking, you're exhausted, you're making phone calls, you know, and maybe other people aren't doing those things, but I'm not one of those people. I make phone calls. So a lot of the shelters are full. The shelters are dangerous. The women's shelter I was at was dangerous. That's why I got banned because I recorded, the bullying and the harassment and the threats. They cater to the criminal element. That's what people don't understand. They're catering to the criminals. I'm not a criminal. You see how the police had to let me go because I'm not a criminal. I'm not committing a crime. I'm simply asking for resources, affordable housing, you know, I'm not selling my benefits, for drugs and alcohol or